Alright, hello people. Time for another Rant review. Today we're going to be talking about the television series Hannibal, which I've talked about before, but that was more only season 1, and that was quite a while ago. Now we're going to be talking about season 1 and 2, and I thought season 1 was pretty good, but I wasn't completely sold, and I didn't even watch season 2 until just now. That speaks volumes right there. It was really, really slow paced, and the episodes were really hit or miss for me. That's the general gist of season 1 in a nutshell for me. The ending was pretty good, where the FBI agent and not Hannibal Lecter ends up on the inside, and Hannibal Lecter's still free, right? Cool little twist. I liked it. The characters were good, almost universally, although Will Graham was pretty bland in the first season. He gets better. Hannibal wasn't quite as menacing as he is in season 2. He gets better, okay? That's the general gist of season 2. Everything gets better. The ending, holy shit, the ending was good. Without going into spoilers, if you watched season 1 at all and you weren't really that impressed, season 2 is better. Plain and simple. It's really good. Especially the last half of it. Oh my god. So yeah, there you go. There's the no spoilers. Okay, so let's talk about... First of all, let's just talk about the characters. Alright, easy place to start. Okay, so most of the characters are good in season 1. They're amazing in season 2. For the most part. They all grow as characters. And Will Graham as an actor really didn't impress me in season 1. His actor, really, really good in season 2. Where he tries to get so far inside of Hannibal that he becomes Hannibal, literally. At least, at first, you're not sure if he is a psycho too and now he's killing people and stuff. Then it becomes pretty clear that he's trying to set Hannibal up, but even then, you don't know what kind of effect this mindset is having on him because he's acting really, really strange. And the way he talks to Hannibal and everything, you don't know how far out there he is. And it's really effective for his character. He's seeing things and the way he talks to people, and he fucking saves Hannibal Lecter. You have to realize at this point in the series, Hannibal Lecter has tried to kill him, I don't know how many times. He's murdered so many people that he cared about. He framed him for all the murders that Hannibal committed, and all this stuff. Hannibal has done so much to this guy, and he saves his life. Will Graham saves his life. Holy crap. Like, that's how deep in Hannibal is, inside of Will Graham's mind, right? Both of them. They're both inside each other's heads. And it's so good. Hannibal Lecter, if he wasn't evil, if he didn't sell you on pure evil in the first season, he will in season 2. Like, his actor, I don't know what the guy's name is. He should get a freaking award. He's so good. This is the best version of Hannibal Lecter that's ever existed. He sells like this puppet master, quiet, like inner evil thing, right? He sells it better than any other actor I've ever seen. This type of psychopath, better than anyone I've ever seen. Even Anthony Hopkins was not this good. I'm sorry, I love Anthony Hopkins and his role in Silence of the Lambs was amazing, but this is better. This, in season 2, he's better. Whatever this guy's name is. Let me look up his name real quick. But yeah, his actor seriously deserves awards. Why is he not utilized more often? I mean, like, any serial killer, psychopath, sociopath, whatever movie, he should be the villain every single time. He's that good. He looks like pure evil. Just his actor, like his bone structure and his face and his like, even when he's smiling, he still looks evil. I'm sorry, guy. He looks like if the devil came to, like, if the devil existed and he came to Earth and he was standing in front of you, this is what he would look like, right? That's how evil he looks. Just his face and his facial expressions. I don't think he can look innocent. It's like, it's physically impossible for him. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of him right now smiling and he still looks like he wants to murder someone. So, yeah, he's perfect for this role. And it's not just the way he looks. This is a difficult role. Make no mistake. Probably one of the most difficult. Playing a psychopath effectively. Especially this kind of psychopath. Where you're controlled and, you're well-read and intelligent. I think they call him an intelligent psychopath multiple times throughout the series. This has got to be one of the most difficult roles to pull off, and he nails it. He's so good. I mean, this would take everyone out of their comfort zone, but not this guy, apparently. So yeah, he's amazing. Will Graham is, like I said, he's really good in season 2, where he's becoming Hannibal. It feels real. It feels really good. His performance feels really good. And my dog is snoring. But yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, really, really, really good here. Most of the time, his character is centered around Will Graham and trying to help Will, or trying to understand, or even, at certain points he's doubting Will and he thinks that he might be the killer, and almost all of his character is centered around Will Graham for, at the very least, like the first season and a half. Then he becomes friends with Hannibal Lecter, and it gets even more interesting. Him trying to pretend to be Hannibal Lecter's friend, Lawrence Fishburne, his character. Holy crap. And their dialogues while they're eating, and at this point he knows that Hannibal Lecter is cooking and serving people. So for at the very least, like the last half of season 2, they keep having these meals together, and he has to know that he very well could be eating people, but he's still doing it. I guess he's so involved in catching Hannibal Lecter at this point, like his entire life is catching Hannibal Lecter, that he would eat people to do it, I guess. Oh my god. Like, the characters in this show, they take everything to the extreme. They don't do anything a little bit, right? Like, holy crap. And then, what's the guy's name from Boardwalk Empire? The one they killed off? Jimmy. Jimmy from Boardwalk Empire. He's in this, and he's really, really good. He's this really despicable, evil older brother that does these horrible things to his sister. And Hannibal Lecter meets him, Will meets him, and they kind of have this weird relationship where Will wants to kill him, and Hannibal wants to use him. And then how that climaxes, the conclusion of that story arc, where Will saves Hannibal Lecter's life, and then how Hannibal Lecter deals with him, with Jimmy's character. What is the actor's name? I can't find it. But the way he deals with... wow. He basically... he drugs him. He gives him some kind of hallucinogen or something. The guy goes completely crazy, and by the end, he's literally eating his own face. This is not a TV show for the squeamish, right? The guy is literally slicing off pieces of his own face and eating it. I mean, damn. Does it get any more crazy than that? What are the other actors? Gillian Anderson is in this. Scully from The X-Files. She's really good, although she doesn't have a lot of lines, unfortunately. I wish she was a bigger part of the story. But for the most part, she's just there as Hannibal Lecter's person he can talk to. She's Hannibal Lecter's Lawrence Fishburne, basically. That's who she is as far as the plot goes. But in the end, when she reveals that she was Will Graham before Will Graham was, she was Hannibal's plaything before, and what he did to her and all that stuff, it just adds another layer to just how cunning and evil Hannibal Lecter actually is. I mean, the more you get into season 2, the more you see how much of a puppet master he is, how he's controlling everything, how everything that happens he knows about. I mean, like, he's like 3 steps ahead of everyone, even Will, who's apparently a genius. Yeah, there wasn't a single actor I didn't like, to be honest. Most of the subplots were actually pretty good, at the very least in season 2. Hannibal likes to take other murderers under his wing and kind of mentor them until he eventually, I guess, gets tired of them and kills them too. And usually eats them, hilariously enough. He's eating his own kind. It's, most of them are really good. The mural guy was particularly creepy, and then the way that ended was great. Hannibal ends up sewing him into his own masterpiece. Holy crap. And, the kid who thinks he's an animal or whatever, and then Hannibal Lecter serves him up to Will Graham to murder. That's the only person that Will actually murders throughout the series. Although he takes credit for a ton of other ones, you see at the end of season 2 he didn't actually kill those people. But the kid the kid was basically raised by Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter was his psychiatrist, and you find out that Hannibal loves to be the psychiatrist to all these people because he turns them into monsters, or at the very least he nurtures that. He doesn't help them. He doesn't help cure them. He helps them along to become these like truly evil people. This kid was no different. He was Hannibal Lecter's patient way back when he was a child, and he grows up to be this man who like creates this mechanical bear monster face and like this grotesque suit and goes around and like literally mauls people to death. He like chomps off their arms with this giant pneumatic like fanged jaw thing. I mean, like it's crazy. It's crazy, but it works. And then Hannibal Lecter sets him after Will Graham. This is when they're supposedly friends, right? At this point in the story, they're supposed to be buddy-buddy, but they're still psychopaths, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But he sends the kid after him to kill him, and Will Graham ends up killing him instead. And he like mutilates his body and displays him in this really weird museum exhibition thing where the top of his head is like a part of a saber-toothed tiger body, and he's got like bits of his skin. Like I said, this series is not for the squeamish, but almost all of the other psychopaths throughout the series, they're almost universally great. I wonder what happened to Chilton's character. I just thought of that. He kind of disappears. He takes the rap for being the Chesapeake Ripper, and in reality, it's all Hannibal Lecter. All these different killings, all these different cases that they're working on, they're all Hannibal Lecter. You don't know at the time during the series that they're all him, but they're all him. And Chilton takes the rap for the Chesapeake Ripper and just kind of disappears. I guess he never gets saved. He's just in a mental institution somewhere. But, yeah, Hannibal Lecter always wins. I mean, like, in this series, right? He always wins. Hell, even in the movies, pretty much. But, especially in this series. I mean, even when you think, like, he finally might get caught, you know, or someone finally might understand who he actually is, they either get murdered immediately or he gets away with it. So, even in season 2, even at the end of season 2, he still gets away with everything. He walks out into the rain, puts his jacket on, and just walks away. That's the end of season 2, which I haven't actually got into yet, the last episode. Holy crap, the last episode. In the last episode, I thought Hannibal Lecter was going to get caught. I mean, I knew he was going to kill someone. He had to. There were too many big players, and he was kind of alluding to that he might kill Ilana, or they were talking about how he was going to kill Jack's character, Lawrence Fishburne, all this stuff. Someone had to die, right? But then I thought he was going to get caught in the act, and he'd be the one in prison for season 3, and Will Graham would be going to him like it was in the movies. And, you know, looking like they're talking behind bars. This time Hannibal's the one in you know, prison or whatever. Or, the mental institution. I that's exactly what I thought was going to happen and could not have been further from the truth. Hannibal Lecter not only does not get caught, but he mortally wounds everyone in the entire series in the final episode. I mean, Ileana gets pushed out of a third-story window. Lawrence Fishburne is bleeding from the jugular, and he guts Will Graham. Literally, with like this fishhook-looking knife. He like cuts him open, you know, and all his guts are like falling out. It's pretty ridiculous. I had no idea that was going to be the ending. And that's what it was. So, yeah. If you watch season 1, whatever you thought season 2 was going to be, you were wrong. Plain and simple. It's infinitely better. The ending is crazy. Like, Hannibal Lecter's character, they just crank it up to 11. And I was eating it up. For all we know, all the main characters are dead in that final episode. Obviously, they're probably not, but they're all mortally wounded, so any of them could be dead. I mean, wow. Yeah. If you didn't give this series the time of day, you should. Let's just put it that way. Like I said, season 1 wasn't don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. It had like peaks and troughs, and sometimes it was pretty good, and sometimes it was kind of meh. But once you get to season 2 and things really start to get going, it's really, really, really good. So, the best version of Hannibal Lecter I've ever seen. That should say it all right there. And like I said, this actor, what was his name? Mads something. He deserves a freaking award if he didn't get one. He's that good. Mads Mikkelsen. Wow. Yeah. The inventive ways that they display all the killings and how interesting they make all the different psychopathic killers, like the mural guy, and the way the Chesapeake Ripper kills, and just all the different psychopaths. They feel so, like, I don't even know how to put it. It's crazy, but it works. So yeah, I recommend it. 2 thumbs up. If you haven't watched it, watch the hell out of it. It's really good. I'll see you guys next time.